Hello, this is an acoustic piano, but what you just actually heard was not an acoustic sound, remarkably. It's actually a digital sound playing through the instrument itself. I'll explain a bit later how that works, but that's because this is a Kawai AURES piano. This particular one is the K500 AURES. The AURES system is available on 3 different Kawai uprights, the K300, K500, this one, and the K600. All of those pianos have a few commonalities. So firstly, they all use the same action, which is the Millennium 3 action. So that uses, or partly uses, carbon fibre parts, which have a few advantages over wooden parts. Firstly, they're more durable, longer lasting. Secondly, they also tend to be lighter, so you're getting more responsive and quicker action with this. The other commonality is that they all use the same hammers, very high quality hardwood mahogany hammers, which are then double felted. So you get more power and you get more durability with those when compared to beech hammers, for instance. A few distinctive features about the K500 compared to the K300, for instance. In addition to its being taller, so this one's 130 centimeters in height, it's got very long strings, large soundboard in there. Also though, you've got duplex scale inside, which gives you more overtones, harmonic overtones in the top sort of two or three octaves, so getting more colour, a bit more of a rounded quality in the top register there. Secondly, K500 has neotex key surfaces, so it's a bit more textured on there. It imitates ivory a bit more than acrylic resin, for instance. Also absorbs moisture much better, so when it's hot and you're practicing a lot, you're not going to be sort of slipping around on the keys too much with that. Lastly, the K500 has a full board lock, so much better for security. So firstly, what you get with the AURES system is Kawai's ATX3 Anytime system. So that's Kawai's silent system. So to activate that, well, as I mentioned earlier, this is, of course, first and foremost an acoustic piano. So the moment the hammers are inside hitting the strings. To activate the silent system though, I just need to push down the middle pedal. I can lock that in place. Now it's completely silent. Still got the hammer action in there though. So what's happening is a silent bar has now been activated. That's stopping the hammers going all the way to the string, so now of course the strings can no longer resonate. Still got the weight and feel of the hammers though. At that point there are sensors inside the action which are detecting all the different nuances of your touch as you're playing. And now I can use headphones. So this is really good, particularly if you don't want to disturb other people as you're practicing, say late at night for instance. But the sound you're getting through the headphones is sampled from Shigeru Kawai Concert Grand. And it's very high quality. What they've done is sampled every single note, all the different dynamic gradations. In addition to that, it's a very clever algorithmic system inside, so a computer effectively which is detecting all the ways in which the different parts of the piano would interact when you're playing acoustically, so the hammers, the strings, the dampers and so on. And as you're playing in silent mode, it's detecting all of that and replicating exactly the kinds of resonances that you would get from that. So it's a very authentic representation of when you're playing acoustically. So what sets the AURES system apart from the ATX3 system? Well, in addition to be able to use headphones with this, I can also change the volume without the need for headphones. So how does it do that? Well, let me first of all demonstrate how that works. So still in silent mode, so the silent bar is activated, the hammers are no longer hitting the strings. If I keep repeating a chord though and turn the volume up without headphones being plugged in, and I can turn it up and down. So what is that? So that's actually a digital sound being transmitted through to the soundboard. Effectively using the soundboard as an amplifier. So the normal solid spruce soundboard of the instrument is now in effect the speaker of the piano. So it's doing that using 4 transducers, so in 4 different locations on the soundboard, and they're transmitting the digital sound through the soundboard, making the soundboard resonate in a very particular way. There are 2 main advantages of that. Firstly, you might want to change the volume without having to have headphones on your head for too long. That can get very uncomfortable after a while. So this gives you full volume control without the need for that. Secondly, because it's using the solid spruce soundboard of the instrument, you're getting a very natural and authentic piano sound, even though it's in digital mode. One of the other great things about the Aures system is that even though I'm not actually striking the strings in this mode at the moment, the strings are still able to resonate when I've got the right pedal down. So once the dampers are taken off the strings are still free to resonate in sympathy with the soundboard. So that gives you even more colour in addition to using the soundboard as an amplifier. Just to demonstrate that, if I play a loud chord in Aures mode and then I'll turn the volume right down, keep the right pedal down as well, and you can hear how that works. So let's just turn the volume right down now. So this is just the strings resonating, and if I pull up the right pedal up, that stops because the dampers have gone onto the strings. Let's do that once more. Again, volume down, and pedal up. Just to demonstrate how effective that is, I'll play something, play the same passage in both acoustic and then Aures mode, and see if you can hear the difference. And now Aures mode. So as you can hear, you're getting much more depth and colour to the sound compared to playing through external speakers, for instance. One important thing I should mention is that with the Aures system, because you are using the soundboard as an amplifier and you're getting string resonance as well, the size of the piano is really key to the quality of the digital sound you get when you're in Aures mode. K500 is a particularly good example. It's one of the taller models in the Kawai range. It's 130 centimeters in height. So with its long strings, a large soundboard, it's able to really give you a much more resonance in digital mode than you get with a smaller piano. In addition to the Shigeru Kawai Concert Grand sample, you've also got access to lots of other instruments and voices on here. We've also got things like recording functionality, metronome. You can change things like the reverb, but also more in-depth things like the damper resonance, pedal sensitivity, and so on. I'll show you how to do all of that now, how to access those features. All of the Aures pianos come with this 5-inch LCD touchscreen, which is built into the left key block. So this is the main menu, and as you can see, you've got the Shigeru Kawai Concert Grand sample on here. So in addition to the standard sample, you can actually play it in different styles as well. So at the moment it's in classic mode, so that's the standard sample, but you can also play it romantic tone, fuller, jazzy way, and all these different acoustic environment sounds. In the main menu, you can record yourself from here as well, and you've got metronome there too. So as with any normal metronome, change the tempo, change how many beats per bar, and then that plays over your own playing. If I want to choose a different instrument or voice, I'm just going to the sound menu here. So at the moment I'm in the piano section. I just swipe across for different pianos there. You can also swipe up and down for different instrument groups, as you can see. So yeah, organ, harpsichord, strings, choir, etc., etc. And when you're in any particular group, you can just swipe across for particular instruments within that group. So in organ, for instance, so yeah, lots of different colours and styles within each group there. If I want to overlay two different instruments at the same time, let's go into dual there. Oops. Yeah, tap on dual, and yeah, again, if I just select, so the top one, again, you can select from different groups and a particular instrument. Same there. Something like that. So it's electric piano and harpsichord, why not? Interesting sound. I can also have different instruments in the treble and the bass, So for that you just go to split. So if I play now, I'll have the electric piano in the treble and wood bass in the bass section. With 4 hands, this gives you the sound of playing essentially 2 pianos or whatever instrument you choose at the same time. So you have the bottom section of the piano arranged for 1 piano, and then the top starting again with another piano, so you can hear. So that just means that you can have 2 people playing the same piano, and it makes it sound like 2 different pianos completely. In the music section here, that gives you access to all the demonstration songs, but also any recordings you might have made yourself. To change or to go into more in-depth features and change the particularly the sound of the Shigeru Kawai Concert Grand sample even more, just go to the main menu here and then menu button up here. And this gives you a few different other options, change things like the reverb and so on. But more interestingly, if I go into the virtual technician section here, you can get really in depth here. So change things like the touch sensitivity, the voicing type, how brilliant or mellow the voicing is, how much noise you're getting from the damper, the fallback, how much delay, even more on the touch sensitivity, so how much resistance you're getting the touch with that. And so pedal sensitivity as well, so both the right pedal, the pedal depth sensitivity, where you want the half pedal biting point to be, and also the sensitivity of the soft pedal as well. Just a few more great features about the AURES system. Firstly, it's got full MIDI connectivity, so you can use the piano as a MIDI controller in effect. So with a MIDI cable connect to a computer or another device and use with software like Cubase or Sibelius and so on. You've also got USB to device with these. So a couple of advantages with that. Firstly, you can record any songs onto a memory stick and then play that memory stick and play those files on a different device. You can also play audio files from a memory stick into the piano, so again using the soundboard as an amplifier. So things like playing backing tracks, which you then play over those, all within the same system. So another really amazing feature about the AURES system is you've got integrated Bluetooth as well, so you can connect to different apps on your phone or tablet or whatever. So everything I've just shown you on the touch screen here, you can do on an app. So things like the virtual technician app. So everything I've shown you with regards to changing things like damper, resonance, and tuning and so on, you can do from your iPad, for instance. If you want to find out any more about this model, the K500 AURES, or the AURES system more generally, or any other pianos, then you can visit our website, which is richardlawsonpianos.com, and all of our contact information is on there.